just as Ejike Mbaka mocked Peter Obi of being stingy in order to bring to disrepute his political career and not knowing he was actually confirming Obi's credibility, so the Jewish ruler of Jesus' time mocked him in Mark chapter 15 verse 31 when they said, "He saved others, himself he cannot save." You see, the Jewish rulers at the time of Jesus were majorly the Pharisees, the scribes, the Essenes, and the Sadducees. These people hated Jesus for no genuine reason. They were thorns in the flesh of Jesus. Quoting the Honorable Muhammad in one of his speeches, Louis Farrakhan, an American cleric, spoke about the three most hated persons. And one of them, he said, is the wise man who shares his wisdom with the ignorant. But why should such a person be hated? Farrakhan said he is hated by the other wise men who refuse to share their knowledge or wisdom with the ignorant in order to keep them ignorant so as to enslave them. This was the case of Jesus with the Jewish rulers of his time. The Jewish rulers hated Jesus not just for his wisdom, but for his willingness to share his wisdom with the ignorant in order to free them from the Jewish rulers' enslavement. Listen to Nicodemus, one of the Jewish rulers at the time of Jesus, in John chapter 3, verse 2. "Rabbi, we know that you are a teacher who has come from God, for no one can perform the signs that you are doing if God were not with him." We know. You see, the pronoun "we" used by Nicodemus is a reference to them, the Jewish rulers. Nicodemus is confirming that they, the Jewish rulers, knew that Jesus come from God. Come from God means that Jesus is part and parcel of God. Just like when I say I come from Nigeria. When I tell you I come from Nigeria, I'm telling you I am a Nigerian. I am part and parcel of Nigeria. So the Jewish rulers knew that Jesus was genuine, but their selfish interest and pride had blinded them from accepting Jesus. In Mark chapter 15 verse 31, the Jewish rulers had succeeded in having Jesus on the cross. And there some of the Jewish rulers mocked him and said, "He saved others, himself he cannot save." He saved others, himself he cannot save. I want you to pay close attention to the phrase, "he saved others." The Jewish rulers are here confirming that Jesus indeed has the power to save because he saved others. They are confirming Jesus to be a savior. This confirmation is not coming from the lips of Jesus' friends. This is coming from the lips of Jesus' enemies. They are confirming that Jesus has the power to save. They said Jesus indeed saved others. Jesus is the savior of this dying world. The Quran confirmed that Jesus is a prophet from God. The Quran also attests to the fact that prophets do not lie. So when Jesus said in John chapter 14 verse 8, "I am the way, the truth, and the life. and no one comes to the Father except by me, Jesus is saying that he is the only prophet of God through whom man can be reconciled back to God. He is the only prophet of God through whom man can be saved, through whom man can have fellowship with God. No prophet of God has ever claimed to be the Savior of man. And no prophet of God has ever been referred to by his enemies as a Savior. Jesus indeed is the Savior of man. No wonder he said in Mark chapter 16, verse 16, he that believes and is baptized shall be saved. Jesus said, he that believes in him and is baptized shall be saved. Come to Jesus now, that he can still be found.